Yo Q, what up? Yo Q,
Man,
what
I'm
up?
keeping it real. What up, Duan?
Welcome
Let's get it.
to Not
Not
Just
yeah.
Music,
Music.
where we keep it real
Uh-huh.
and honest.
Always.
My mama praying, telling me, Q, you need to chill. They can't respect the truth, I'm just honest.
Yo. It's your boy Quincy Murdoch, Mr. Hold On himself. This is another edition of Not Just Music Podcast, where we keep it real
And all the way honest.
always. So we back with you, man, on some current events. Well, not current events. This is everyday things, but we want to bring up some topics that I feel that are very important. We want to touch bases with y'all on. I want to ask the people, the profession you in, like whatever you do, business, whether you working a 9 to 5, whether you working for yourself, do you think mixing personal relationships in with business, co-workers, partners of yours is a good thing or a bad thing? And I can go ahead and start on this. Me personally, it depends on the person I feel that you getting involved with. Like if y'all have an understanding and both of y'all don't take things personal when it comes to business, you know how to separate the two, then go for it. But I find to realize that when you do personal business with if you're a man, for example, and you do personal business with a woman, you have to be careful about what you do with your business partners, because women are more subject, they're emotional. So you have to, it's a lot when you're working with business partners, women wise, like, you got to be there for their feelings, emotionally there for them, uplift them. It's different, you know what I'm saying, from my personal experiences. So that's what I feel, like you just gotta have an understanding, like with your partners, your business partners. What you feel about that?
I'm in for it if you can make it work. A lot of some of the best, well, not a lot now, but along the years, I've seen a lot of relationships that actually played a very big role in a business, in a business plan. Two heads better than one all day, especially when those two heads are together on that one venture. And I'd keep bringing ideas to the table. Yes, love, emotions, things of that nature will come up. It's gonna be a part of it, because two aspects: there's personal involved, and then there's business ship involved. So that the spill of emotions, you think about people who go through, relationships that go through things, they had ups, they're gonna have downs. But I think honestly the business ship part of it makes it a whole lot better. That's what actually could help it, especially when you conquer something together. That's a positive light. That's a win all day long.
But what happens a lot of cases though, I feel like when you make a business decision, your partner might take it personal. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
it's not personal. You take it personal. Like, I thought this person liked me. I thought this person loved me, this and that, but it's not that. It's business.
Mm-hmm. If it's got to that personal point, I mean, that's when it's time to back away.
Okay.
That to me, like, I mean, once it gets personal, if you taking business personal, it's time to step away. Give yourself some time. Come back to it. If you can, if you ain't break up during the whole situation or deal. But if you can hold out, hold out. I mean, like I said, two heads are gonna be better than one.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a man and a woman's touch on something is very, very big, and it could go a very long way. Like my boy from high school, well, actually longer than high school, basically going back to my early days of playing like Pop Warner League basketball, AAU basketball, and he went to school with me. But you know, him and his wife, his name is Anthony Mason. Anthony Mason, Sheikah Mason. I think they live somewhere mid upstate, basically going up the map. I can't remember exactly where. I think it's the DC area, but they're homeowners. Well, they sell homes, but they are homeowners. But they sell homes and have made a very good, you know, business ship out of what they do. Who knows their battles? Maybe one day I can get them, you know, tapped in and we could talk to them about it. But you know, how they make their you know, business ship work, because like I mean, it's people that could do it. I mean, the only way I think that'd be the best way to do it, between, you know, for even talking about us, you know, and us being in relationships and the relationships that we're in, you know, to make them work the way that they should, you know, bring in somebody that, you know, really knows. I mean, I feel like I know because, you know, I've dealt with business ship, you know, in a relationship.
Yeah.
I think when two people have two different models and two different molds or something, you know, of course, you know, you have those relationships that, like I just basically saying, one person does one type of business, the other does another type of business. Right. It's not a bad thing to have that, and it's honestly one of the better working things, because everybody gets to have their personal lane. Facts. But for those that are together within one line, like both of y'all sell the same exact product, you know, it's hard to make that work. And
can I add this in, like to go off what you saying, like experiences too. Like you might have dealt with something, some bad relationships in your past that matured you and prepared you for, you know, when you get in business with other people, and a person might be younger and they ain't really experienced this and this and that. So that helps too, you know what I'm saying? Maturity, you know, like personal experiences, you know, also. Yeah. You know, cause somebody has to be the bigger person. Exactly. In a business, in a relationship, business, and all that. Somebody has to be the bigger person. Somebody has to say sorry. Somebody has to be like, okay, you're right. Somebody has to listen. You know, everybody can't just want to talk. You gotta be willing to listen sometimes. So that's another key thing, you know, I feel that helps.
A lot of people crushing the game with it though. So don't think that I'm sitting here bashing those that are trying, because I did say that a lot. So most times that it doesn't work. And if you're watching, please tap in, comment below, let us know that yours is working. You know, let us know how yours is going. Because we shouldn't hold accountability over a relationship, meaning being accountable for anything, putting anything before our relationship. Our relationship should come first. Yeah. You know, God first, family second. You know, everything else come after. But always remember, you know, we take things very seriously, you know, in relationships, and things can get out of hand. Things can whirlwind. Like even let's take for example, and this is a different way to look at it too. What about those that employ their spouse or their significant other? What do you feel about that?
I personally feel I don't think I would ever do that. I don't think I would do that. I just don't like working with my significant other, because I feel like, you know, it's gonna be you know, personal issues brought into the business. And anytime, like I feel like it's best to work with people you don't know. Like people you don't know, like it's your first time like meeting these people. It's your first time, you know. I tend to realize like people you don't know are the best business partners sometimes. You know, because people you know, sometimes might be the worst case scenario. You know, sometimes you hear about a lot of business partners like family managers was the mom or the dad or whatever stealing from them, and you know what I'm saying. Sometimes it be your own people, you know, that'll bring you down, your downfall. So I feel like sometimes it's good to work with people you don't know. My personal opinion.
Yeah, and I have seen those that, you know, it's hard employing people, but then after a while that person starts to feel like since they're significant that they're owed something, which makes it hard. You know, I'm never in a position where I feel as if, and especially, and this is me, if my woman, my wife, my lady, my significant other, my spouse, whichever one we gonna call, I'm just throwing this out there for whoever needs to hear this. Like, to me, I'm not, if I'm getting paid, and go ahead, baby, do your thing. You know, go ahead and do your thing. Like, that's, to me, anything to make a brand work is very big. And I'm not speaking of like a actual situation where there's like a management, like this is a corporation y'all are working for. I'm talking about your own business.
Yeah.
You know, if it's one of those situations, like, you know, what it takes to grow our business. Yeah, it's still ours because, I mean, everybody's working under the same, you know, umbrella. But
yeah,
just remember, never make your spouse feel as if, you know, and this is speaking of the boss in the situation now. Never make your spouse feel as if they're little. Always give them that extra, you know, push and boost like you would do any other employees. You know, you got to stay on them to make a brand run, but don't get to a point where you're bashing them, you know, making the personal things come out while you're at the job, or, you know, while y'all are handling business. Don't let the personal stuff come out.
And that tends to happen though. That tends to happen a lot. Like, you know, even when you try to keep it professional, you know, the personal feelings are gonna come when a person feels like you're bossing them around. Then that's when the personal things come in. You do this at home and you think you run it, you know. So you just gotta be. So, like I say, it's about understanding, man. If you got a partner that understands and that's business savvy and knows what it's like to be in a business, then you perfect. But somebody that don't know like what it takes to run a business, I mean, it's gonna be some heartaches and some headaches here and there.
So have you found yourself in a personal situation ever like that before, especially with handling business or something like that?
Yeah, plenty times. We spoke on it before when I shot my movie. Personal issues. Well, it wasn't really personal. It was right. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't on my business. I admit. You know, I didn't sign. Wasn't no contracts involved. It stepped my game up, my knowledge up, and I also learned to shut up sometime and look at the other side. Stop feeling like I'm right all the time. Even though I'm very stern and I'm a believer in what I do, my intentions are right. Sometimes I have to step out of what I feel and try to look at the whole picture and do what is best to resolve it. Like I said, going back, somebody has to be willing to say sorry. Somebody has to be willing to be the bigger person. So in order for a business to run right, it has to be a mature one. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I learned. I learned to say sorry even when I ain't do nothing wrong, or I feel like I ain't do nothing wrong, or, you know what I'm saying, I was wrong, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if that's all it takes for me to say sorry for this business to keep running or this project to keep running and coming out, then that's what you do. You be the bigger person. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I have dealt with situations. Mine is more like, I guess family is very hard to work with, but it's different, you know, when you're working with a group of people that you really don't know like that. And, you know, you bring them around, you bring them in, and, you know, you have to, it's one of those, you have to make a quick relationship out of it. You know, it's not like one of those things where, you know, you have, I'm this my best friend right here. You know, you have to you have to create that lane, but at the same time, it's not really your best friend. But you have to create that lane fast.
Yeah.
That's why to me, I think it's really one of the fastest businesses out here. Is really especially industry work. You gonna be around people you ain't never met a day in your life, but then you gotta act as if you know them. Like y'all been best friends for years. Mm-hmm. And it plays a big role. I'm sure it's one of those things that's hard to, adjust to, especially if you're one of those people that, you come from an area that don't have a whole lot of people, or, you were a loner, you were to yourself.
That's like me. Yeah, I'm a loner. It affects you a lot of ways because when you're not used to communicating, mm-hmm. You don't have come from a big family. Like you're used to just, staying to yourself. It's kind of hard to open up. It's kind of hard to be a people person. Mm-hmm. And I've struggled with that. I isolate myself sometimes. I get missing instead of trying to resolve issues in my past, I would just block the issue or block the person. Mm-hmm. And I tend to realize that's not helping your business. You have to approach these problems head on. Mm-hmm. And resolve them. Otherwise, you'll be running your whole life. Yeah, you just running from yourself, basically. So mm-hmm. It's about keeping it real. Like I said, like this show is based off of keeping it real with yourself mm-hmm. and keeping it real with your partner.
Yeah, yep. And 2020 pandemic year, I saw a lot of the way things switched with COVID coming in. To me, it healed a lot of anger for 2020 going into 2021. Mm-hmm. And you saw a lot of people, relationships, couples, and everything coming together and doing things as a brand. And that was different to see. I was like, wow. You look at I looked at TikTok. TikTok became, it grew so fast during pandemic year, man. Like,
I'm gonna get personal. Like, let me break. I'm sorry, but like even the churches, the pastors that probably wasn't the type of pastors to speak to their members and get to know their members more and better. They had to come from out that pulpit, and find another way to have church. So they had to talk to the members. Mm-hmm. They had to communicate with these members and find other ways to have church. So like you say, it helped relationships and businesses and churches, I feel, and broke people out of their shells. You know what I'm saying?
And that's and it gave people a chance to like really learn their spouse or significant other in another way because you was around them all day long. So it gave y'all ideas. Y'all started coming up with stuff. Y'all got real creative. Now, going into 2021, when that pandemic lifted, it switched a lot of y'all feelings because, y'all done been around each other a long time. Like, I'm tired of this.
Breakups and divorces and all that.
I got to get away from this, man. I got to get away from this woman. That's y'all's really out of it, and I understand your pain, but even for that short moment, it showed you that some of you could work together, some of you couldn't work together. That business ship, even at home, I consider it a business ship because you got to work things out between the two of you. To me, and that's just how, if you can't work things out at the crib, you really ain't going to be able to work things out.
That's basically what a marriage and a relationship is a business.
Yeah. Y'all do it together, it shouldn't be a struggle.
Your mindset intentionally when you're married or you're with somebody, it's not, okay, I'm doing this for me. Uh-huh. It's I'm doing this for us. You know what I'm saying? That should be your intention. It's like same with a business. You're doing this for your business. Mm-hmm. Everybody associated with your business. So you have to think smart and be the bigger person in the decisions you make. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
And I got a crazy idea. So if I'm a millionaire and my wife, significant other, as I'm speaking for everybody, is a thousandaire, do I put her on game to understand and put her in position to win as I did, or would I be the type of person to just leave everything the way it was? Tap in. What you think, Q?
I feel like man, let me think.
Put some spin on it.
Yeah, cause this is a good one right here. I feel like if you a man and some men have ego problems. Some men want to be the man, macho. I make more, this and that. That way of thinking is not gonna make you last long in this world, especially with the economy and the pandemic and stuff like that. It's gonna take a team. I'm gonna tell you, like we started out saying, it's best to have people involved other than just you, because it's gonna take a team. It's gonna take another person. You might say you don't need help. You might say this person don't need to have this and that, but it's gonna be a time when you need something. So I always say, yeah, put that girl on game, put that woman on game, because you might fall and then you need somebody else to go get the bag. Like Gucci, and you see how his wife, she doubled the bag. Like he went to prison. Now what if she wouldn't put on no game? She had to learn that game from somewhere. That's why I love that couple, because when he came out, he came out to something. All because, she was doubling up that bag. So you always want to make your partner more hip to the game than you are, because, it's gonna boost you. You know what I'm saying? If like I always say, you want to get with somebody that's doing good, or it's not doing good, doing better than you. Get with somebody that's doing on your level or even better than you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna motivate you to want to be better. So yeah,
I think the same way. Like, that's, let everybody win. Teach your lady, teach your man. Like, don't be greedy with the situation.
So yeah, same way with a woman, teaching a man, like vice versa.
Yeah. Don't be stingy. Always share that knowledge. I mean, if you love them, if it's just your little friend on the side, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about when you really have a stand up boldness about who you love, and that's your boo boo.
See, and now and I'm sorry, and now we getting and it goes into, I feel like, women that for example, like women with kids with these men, then they see these men are not all the way on the straight path or right. Instead of putting these men on the system and in the system, try to get them a job, try to give them some game, because at the end of the day, you want this man to be able to be a great father to y'all children. You giving him to the system, they don't give a damn about him. Like, you giving him to the system, they don't care whether he take care of them kids or not. They're gonna they don't care about the relationship part. Like, that's what they only care about, money, the dollar signs. Like, what is he doing dollar sign wise? So I feel like a lot of people, like we was just saying, put him on game. If he's struggling, get that man a job, because you look at it as this: you helping him, and it's gonna help your kid. It's gonna help y'all kid. And I think a lot of women should think like that. You know what I'm saying? Become better partners instead of trying to throw somebody to the system, or throw them to the streets, or throw them wherever. You know what I'm saying? Try to put them on game. It goes a long way.
And you have to pray about these things too. Like, don't ever feel as if the person that you're dealing with is bad or anything like that. If it gets to the point where, like he was just talking about, that ain't the person. Don't spread that. That's not gonna be a loving situation at all. Like, give these situations especially as we just talking about basically business ship with the relationship in that's intended with it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever act as if you're not gonna go through hard times once you start making moves. You're gonna have those hard times. Somebody gonna try you. You're gonna get tried by your spouse, by your loved one, by your significant. But don't take it personal. If you really got something going on and y'all got something that's strong, it won't affect it. It won't affect it at all. I mean, only the strong survive, and especially when it comes to relationship. Only the strong survive. Only the strong gonna survive it. Most of these people that have been married 20, 30, 40 years, I mean, y'all have gone through it. Y'all are going through it and going through it.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all are still standing for a reason. I mean, my mom and dad just surpassed 42 years.
Congratulations.
On the 19th of July. And, well, not surpassed, but hit 42 years on the 19th. And
I'm sure it wasn't a whole lot. It was some bad things, it's some trials.
That's the growth.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a baby growing up. Baby gonna fall 1,000,000 times before they get to the point where they can walk.
Yeah.
With a strong pace before they can run. I mean, all that same way in relationships. Your growing pains is what creates that bond, makes that bond bigger, makes that bond tighter. I know this for a fact.
Sometimes it do, and sometimes it pushes you far away apart.
Yeah.
Like it depends,
it can really,
cause I like now thinking about it, like when you're dealing with these people, when you meet these people, I feel like you have to. I don't judge a book by its cover, but you also have to think where you met these people at. Their level in their life, where you met these people in their life, mentally, physically, everything. Like you can meet a female, for example, and you know what I'm saying, for example, like us men, we'll go out here, we'll get a girl that's living with her mom, for example, or something, or Section 8, and I'm not judging nobody that lives in that, but we'll get some woman like that, you know what I'm saying, don't work, we'll get her pregnant. And then we'll think we're not gonna have to deal with anything. Like we're not gonna be put on this, or we're not gonna have more responsibility. Like if the woman wasn't already on a mature level, or and same with business. If they wasn't on that level at least of maturity, then sometimes it's not nothing you can work with. You know what I'm saying? It has to be some understanding and some maturity level there to at least match your little bit of maturity. You know what I'm saying? Because I see that a lot of times, like men thought they had the one. I'm like, how you think you had the one and she was like this before y'all got together? You know what I'm saying? They be shocked. I'm like, she was like this before. So, but then again, you have some people that change. Like I said, a lot of prayers, but it's always a gamble though. It's always a gamble.
That's the part of a relationship. That. It's the gamble. It's a gamble every day. You're gonna roll the dice every day with this. But do you get discouraged? If you get discouraged, and it makes you bow out, it's understood. I ain't mad at you. Sometimes it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah.
But those that did make it, it's a bigger deal there for those, and y'all can tell somebody some stuff. Y'all can tell some people some stuff. I mean, a lot of y'all that I've known, especially the relationships that have made it 20, 30 years, I salute it. I'm very, very, very proud of y'all.
Yeah.
Don't ever think that those that are maybe married a year, 2 years, 3 years, like y'all can't get to that point. You can definitely get to that point. Stay prayed up, keep communication lines all the way open. I'm telling somebody this from very much experience.
Yeah, because you married, you can talk about this. You know how it is.
So I don't ever want anybody to think like there's not any hope. I definitely know that there's hope, and always keep God first. That's it. That's really the method to me.
If the fear is stronger than the love, then you need to leave that person
Yeah,
alone.
give that-
like business or relationship wise.
Yeah,
Because
let them live. Let them have their life.
Fear will end everything. Fear will crush everything.
Yep.
Like, if fear causes you to change up on the ones that love you, fear makes you feel certain ways is not true. Fear turns you away from your goals, your purpose in life. Fear turns you from everything positive and everything, it turns you to everything negative. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's really what it sums out to be, like, fear. Discouragement, like when you're discouraged. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of reasons why businesses, relationships don't work, because fear.
Yep.
They fear losing something, so okay, I gotta leave before, you know what I'm saying, this crumbles. There's no faith.
And there goes the big word right there, faith. We talked about that before.
Yeah.
You know, that's like I said, God is big, man. God is bigger than everything we got, you know.
Absolutely.
Especially, like I said, even in, you know, like the topic of the conversation of this podcast was basically, you know, relationships and business. Basically, I mean, do they work? You know, is it good? Is it toxic? Which one is it? You know, that's, you know, the big recipe. Still, get your personal life together before you go jump into a relationship with somebody else. Don't drag your bag into this relationship knowing that it's too heavy for the both of you two to carry.
So you saying establish yourself first,
Yeah,
get
establish
your business
it.
right.
You know,
what I'm
establish
saying?
it, because it's 2022, man. Like, you gotta get if you're gonna get it before you get
into something.
Like, so you can concentrate on it effectively and, you know, efficiently, to where you could do that and then handle somebody else coming into your life as well.
Exactly.
Like, that's how you should think. Don't get in and, like Q was saying, you know, you get with somebody and, you know, if they're on a lower class level, it's not saying that you won't ever get there, but those that are on that lower class level, you know, work your situation for you. You know, if you're comfortable where you're at with things and it's going well, and you know that adding somebody to your mix will make things better, don't add it to your mix with a bad intention or with an intention to take from somebody. Already have yourself together.
If you can carry that load, then carry it. But
Yeah.
it's gonna be a hell of a load to carry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cause like trying to do your business and you know, get your life together, and then trying to bring somebody else up. You know what I'm saying? It's like raising kids. You know, raising kids, like grown-ups raising kids. So you know what I'm saying? For each its own. You know.
Yep.
Long as you can handle it.
And I'm gonna close this out too. If we have inspired you in your your relationship, or your spouse and your significant other, to get out here and get on this venture, please just remember to keep God first. I'm gonna keep pushing that through so till this day that I die. Keep God first.
That's the only way.
Let God lead y'all. Let God lead you to the right person. If it's going to be a business ship, you know, let God lead you to that person, and make a bond out of it versus making a battle out of it. You know, so you don't mess up what so many do. You know, you get into it and then you have to bail out of it. So you got two people losing versus just one.
Yeah.
So, you know, really get your communication game up, really get your communication level up with your loved one, and let them, you know, in on what's going on in your life, even if it's already going on, which it should be already going on before you get there, you know. And if they're already at a point where they're like, hey, you know what, can I help you? What can I do to help you? That's your person right there.
Yep.
That's your person. There go the one that's for you. That's the one that you should, you know, put that business plan on, and it should be able to move efficiently. But with that said, everybody tap in. Go to, if you're on our website right now, look at those 3 lines up there in that top right corner. Tap those 3 lines. Scroll down. It should be a link that shows donate. We need you. We're not begging you. We need you. But we're not asking with bad intentions. We're not begging. but we need you all to donate what you can to this podcast because we are looking to grow bigger.
Whatever your heart desires, and we want to just tell y'all, whatever your heart desires, it can be $1, it can be 50 cents, whatever your heart desires to give. Anything is greatly appreciated, people.
And again, we're not begging. This is just all out of love. We
give make our own money.
We're having a lot of things that are going to come in the future. So it's just getting ahead of things to help us do this. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and start pressing this a little bit now. Coming this Thanksgiving, we're going to do a giveaway.
Absolutely.
If it's one family, if it's two families, it's three families, it all depends on what we all can do as a team, as a unit.
We love to
those
give back.
Those that are paying this attention and want to be able to, help us, be on the lookout for that. The biggest thing right now, though, I can go ahead and add a link. As I said, to that donate, you go to that donate link, hit the 3 lines in the top corner of the website, go down to donate. There should be a part in the section that basically allows you to pick what you want to donate to. I'll go ahead and put Thanksgiving giveaway on there. Hit the Thanksgiving giveaway, add as much as you want. If you have food, basically non-perishable stuff, of course. The non-perishables, I'm going to put up an address to where you can all send to that as well. Or those that can that are local, bring it, drop it off. We'll make that be possible as well. But the biggest thing is the biggest thing I want to do for people is get the turkey, get a frozen turkey for these people. So those that can give, please do. It'll be a very, very loving situation to help somebody this holiday season. That's really the biggest thing. That's one of the biggest things we should be trying to do, help people versus just feeding our own faces, because we're going to throw about 75% of the food anyway.
Yeah.
So why not help somebody where we can and how we can and when we can.
And if you got it, you know what I'm saying, don't hesitate to give. Like us, man. If we got it, we going to help somebody.
We're definitely going to help somebody.
Help somebody.
So with that said, I said a lot. Love y'all. Thank y'all for always checking us out. Not Just Music Podcast.
Well, we keep it real
and honest.
Always.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Peace.